Hi everyone, I am Sophia here. It's been a really long time since I last made a YouTube video because I'm being very occupied with my year two in being in DDS, and at the same time making time for my loved ones. So I barely have time to actually sit down, record, and then post it on YouTube channel. Like my videos that I post, it is very raw, and at the same time it's unedited, unfiltered. So trust me, I really don't have time for that. But if I'm making if I'm making a YouTube video at the moment, it's because right now I feel like making one, and I feel like keeping up with my DDS journey that I started since even before I enrolled in this school. So I need to keep up with these videos. I really want to, so that all these videos that I make is honestly, it's just for me to not recall back. Like one day I'd be able to watch back, and then I'm able to see what I went through, what I said, how I was looking like back then, and then like now. There's a lot of I just want to keep this entire journey nostalgic for me. Okay, that's what I've been like. That's my biggest goal at this moment, like for my YouTube channel. It's nothing much of of like wanting to grow to a bigger YouTube channel or whatever. It's not the career I'm looking forward to be in, but at the same time my YouTube channel means a lot to me. It's I don't know, like if you know me, you know me, that how I grew up being the girl who was exposed to to deliver speech on stage, and in a crowd of like 100 people. I used to do public speaking, choral speaking, choir, and then all this kind of stuff, like nasheed and stuff like that, to in front of people, like in front of hundreds of people. So I was exposed to to uh, like bigger crowds and all of that, and I love talking at the same time. So if I don't unleash this part of me, I don't want this part of me to be completely gone. Okay, that's like my biggest worry lah, because that's my individuality. I don't want to lose my individuality, and that's the reason why I'm using like YouTube platform to actually talk about this. Anyways, let's not talk about that, okay? I've been sick for a while now, so bear with me. I don't know why I'm like coughing. If I'm coughing and if it's annoying for you, I'm so sorry. Anyway, let's continue the YouTube video, because I wanted to talk about DDS year 2, and I want to compare how my life was in year 1 and year 2, and there's like a lot of, so far I have not faced any mental breakdown, which is a good thing. And at the same time I'm like, okay, I think I can collect myself and like continue myself in this journey. I won't give up, okay? I can 100%, I'm telling you, my complete passion is DDS. Like I'm completely invested in this dental field, and I'm so glad, I'm very thankful to be here, and I'm very absolutely, this is the most amazing decision that I've ever made. Even though it's tough and like stuff like that, and I complain or whatever, it's not much of a complaint. It's just me telling the brutal reality. But at the same time, do I regret my decision? I don't completely. I mean, like 100%, I can tell you, I do not regret my decision. I love where I am right now. I love this course. It's the most interesting thing, and I'm like, wow, I'm learning a lot, and it's fun. Like, it's really fun. And comparing year 1 and year 2, okay, the first point I want to say is how I'm so sorry. The first thing I want to say is that year 1, being a year 1 student, you actually do have time. Okay, you really do have time. You will make time for your family. You don't actually have to dwell so much on random things. If you get what I mean, you will know, like certain things that you're worrying about. Maybe it's just me, no, it's not just me. Like I think everybody went through this lah in DDS year one. Like you don't have to worry unnecessarily. Just focus on one thing. You go with it. You're done. Okay. But when it comes to like year two, it's just my fourth week. Okay, mind you, this is my fourth week of being in DDS year two, and it's already so packed, so tiring. My day starts at like around 9ish, and then I mean my classes they start at around 9ish, and I wake up early, obviously, like for subuh and all of that. But still, my classes starts at 9 and ends at 5, like a typical 9 to 5 job kind of a reality. It's kind of draining me out lah. Like compared to in year one, like there were gaps between the timetables. Okay, there were like literally gaps, and they might end the class earlier, and you don't your timetable isn't that packed. Okay, and there were only 4 things we were focusing on, like anatomy, biochem, physio, and OB. Okay, but in year 2, the comparison of subjects, it is the weightage is too heavy lah, I would say. Like when we were in year 1, we also had additional subjects like DPH and DMDT and constant history and all of that. But in year 2, we have all of that combined. Like in DMDT, it's combined with cons, it's combined with DMDT itself and prosthetics, and then and then we have like simulation lab, and we also have prosthetic lab, and on top of that we have 2 MPUs, and we have other additional subjects that we're supposed to take in year 3, year 4, year 5. So they bring it earlier for us to be introduced. Who the hell is honing at this moment? Take a chill pill. Okay, anyways, so like they're bringing those year 3, year 4, year 5 subjects earlier to year 2, so that we are exposed and we are introduced, and we won't have much culture shock. It's a good thing. Like it's not a bad thing, but just a lot of like things you need to remember. So it's very saturated, and we're having exam next month. Good thing, like I don't understand, like that's like good thing when they have exam earlier, they'll reduce the the amount of topics that we're gonna be like tested for. Okay, like because when we were in year 1, they brought our mini test 1 into January, so we have to like study like 3 months period kind of topics, and the weightage for mini test 1 was 7.5%. So imagine covering 3 months topics for like 7.5%. It's actually tougher compared to like being a year 2 students with a like my year 2 syllabus, where they're having the test next month, and we're gonna be tested for like just the 2 months topic. Which is a good thing lah, actually a good thing. I hope, yeah. I really hope. And we have already started, like we are supposed to be having 4 MPU subjects so far in semester 3. For us, we are being in semester 3, and in semester 3 we're having 2 MPU subjects, and like one of it we have to shoot videos and stuff like that, so we're making time for that as well. And even though like despite all of this, like all this tiring exhaustion and all of that, I have no ounce of regret. I really am not regretting much, because this journey has always been my dream, my passion. I worked hard, like really hard since high school. Okay, not just since high school, like since primary school. Okay, I loved learning. So this, whoever's car is that, I might just go and take a hammer and crash that car. Okay, anyways, we are not cruel people, we're not gonna do that. So like from this 4 weeks kind of a reflection, I can say that the timetable is packed. However, do I make time for my loved ones? Yes. Because one thing about me is that no matter how much heavy, how heavy things are going, I want to go back to my roots, and I always go back to my loved ones over and over and over again. Not because not because I love them too much or what. I do love them, okay? I'm not saying that I don't love them. I love them, but at the same time, it's like a dopamine. It's my dopamine. It's my one way of escape from this kind of stress, you know? Not just for me, like if you like, I think everyone can just relate with this, like spending time with your loved ones, your family, like your friends, your boyfriend, and all of that. It really helps. It really, really, really helps. Like year two, I wouldn't be able to survive up till now. Not just year two, like my year one, or like up till now at this point of life, I wouldn't be able to survive DDS without my loved ones, like my friends and all of that. Like the amount of we really need to fuel back our social battery over and over again, because we are prone to having a burnout kind of a moment almost every single month. I remember like the early being in DDS, although I was making videos and all of that, like I was saying how tough and like how saturated stuff being like that outside. I mean, off camera, only I know how much I cried, how much I went through breakdown. My roommate had to witness me, my family had to witness me crying, my best friend, I have no idea, like I'd call her like even 3 a.m., 2 a.m. in the morning just to tell her how hard life is. And again, the study method was what made it very hard, because you like, for me personally, for me, how the way I used to study in high school and FIS was had to be was not much applicable for the subjects I was studying in DDS. So I have to find my own ways over and over and over again. Like it might work for like a first few weeks, and then after that it feels like it's not effective, you know. So you have to constantly be smart enough to switch your study method and go with what that works for you over and over again. But the time that you take to find your way, your own way, that's what that basically drains you out so much, and makes you it really makes you feel mentally exhausted. The mental breakdown hits, like you would feel like you're left behind and all of that. And hear me out again, you are not the dumbest person in the room. Like, no matter how much you don't know, okay, when you don't know thing, it means that you're willing to learn thing, okay, learn things, okay, because you like being a DDS student, nobody there in the room is not smart. Like nobody there, eh? No, nobody there, it has to be considering themselves like they're not smart, because it's like being a doctorate student. I can only say that it doesn't matter whether you got straight A's in SPM, or even like you got like 5 A's or 7 A's or 8 A's. If you don't get straight A's or whatever, it doesn't define that you're smart and all of that. What matters to you the most is whether you're hardworking enough to successfully pass through the whatever assessment and all of that, okay. So for me personally, at this moment, the transition from having the mindset of you must get A to as long as I pass, I'm good enough, like that was kind of a tough thing. But be like, thank God, like I'm in year two and I don't have the mindset like I'm okay even if I don't get A, because trust me, doctorate degree is tough. Like it is tough. It's tough to get A, okay. And having 10 subjects at this moment, like in my year two now, um as much as I would say it's tough and all of that, but it, like again, it's bearable, like it's really bearable. My energy, like it's I start my day with like full energy, and like by the end of the day I'm still with my at least half of my energy is still there with me, and I continue my day with my half of my energy. And like when I take a rest for like maybe an hour or plus, I gain back my energy. So I'm there like always constantly having my dopamine, and like my I'm completely being not so overwhelmed at the moment. So it's okay if you feel overwhelmed at the beginning, it's really fine. But at the same time, you will really go through it. Like trust me, like impossible you would want to give up. Not impossible lah. What I mean is like impossible for you to actually think that it's unbearable. Like if you put your heart into it, you would actually just go through it, and like you would want to do it, and you would you would make ways for it. So I have seen like I have witnessed my own classmates who had the will to study for DDS, who who will excel, who actually excelled in their professional exam, and the group of people who don't have the will to study, they don't have the will to be in DDS, and them not being able to hold the amount of stress and like you get what I mean. Whatever you're going through in life, it's gonna be tough, whether or not it's academic or relationship or even business. Things are gonna be tough. Things will never be easy. Like life will not be easy for you. Like you are not here to just go through like a heaven phase of life since you were born. Okay, you're meant to be tested, you're meant to like go through things. So if you are willing to go through things, you would you would gladly accept that. You would gladly be just be thankful that you're being put in this kind of situation. So what I'm trying to say again and again is that if you have the will to be in DDS, you will excel. Like trust me, you will excel. I have seen hundreds of people who put their even okay, I'm not talking about 100%, even if they put their 50% or even 40%, who actually make their ways to be successful in DDS. I have seen them. I have even talked with them. Like I know. I know. And there are people who do not want to be in DDS. They're like putting only 5% or even 2% or maybe less than 10%, and them going down. Like really down. Because this is not the field they were meant to be in. So, what I'm trying to say about DDS year 2, I can say life is fun, and it makes you understand that when they say DDS is full of rejections, I am not lying. I'm not even lying. Today we did like perspex sheet, and we did that. And trust me, the first like there were like a few shapes that we had to do, like circle, square, triangle, rectangle, and then all this kind of stuff, and then like ribbon. Yeah, ribbon. So I was continuing to do that, and then my doctor came at me and she was like, rejected, you have to start over again. And I'm like, okay, fine. And I ran out of time, and we have to pack and leave. This is life. Like trust me, DDS is full of rejection. You won't feel rejected in year 1, but starting from year 2, you have to really open your heart to just accept rejection. And the reason why you're being rejected is because they want to teach you to enhance your skill in the most skillful way, in the most close to perfect. I'm not saying perfect, but I'm saying close to being the best. Okay, they're really like trying to like enhance your quality from all of these tests. Like this perspex sheet, it really kind of like frustrated me to the core, but at the same time it was fun. Like it was really fun. So whatever that I'm doing here in DDS Tier 2, it's fun. Like all these prosthetic lab kind of work, like we did molding and we did casting, and then last week we did impression, we did primary impression with alginate. All of that, they're really tough. Okay, I'm not saying like tough in sense that you're going to be rejected. Okay, you are going to be rejected. Like maybe for the first time, for the first try to be accepted, it's gonna be hard. Okay, it's gonna be hard. Like last week, the impression we made, like the primary impression we made with the alginate, my fifth time, the fifth time I was doing was was the luckiest, I think, because doctor accepted it like the 5th time. Okay, and then there's my other friend who had to do 12 times. Like it just comes with like rejection lah. DDS really comes with rejection, and the doctors, the reason why they reject you is because they want a proper outcome, and they want you to be as skillful as how they are, and even better for the community, for the people, and to be a better dentist that you can serve, you know. So if you ask me, like, am I enjoying my DDS life? In year two, obviously, I would say yes, like 100%. I have no ounce of regret up till now. I'm very thankful. I'm very glad. I'm very happy that I'm actually occupied, because the more occupied I am, the more useful kind of a mindset I always bring up. Like um, if I feel if I'm completely just free all the time, or if I really want to be, you know, like lousy, it won't make me grow. It won't give any like a proper outcome as an individual for me. So I'm very glad that I'm very occupied, and at the same time making time for my loved ones. And so like my life, academic life, although it is kind of hard, it's tough and hard, and being occupied and stuff like that, but at the same time I'm like balancing out with my social life. So it's like a win-win situation lah, like really a win-win situation. And this is pretty much it, I can tell, from like 4 weeks reflection of being in DDS year 2. And it's fun, it's really fun. Like I being in the lab, and then like the prosthetic lab, and then doing the stuff, like it kind of like hypes me as a little kid, you know. Like it's really fun, but at the same time, that's why I say rejection just comes along with that. But you shouldn't just give up with that. Like it's okay, it's just a trial and error, and it's life. Like life is meant to be hard, and let's just go with it. Yeah. Anyways, that's pretty much it for my YouTube video. I will try my best to record more or post more, keep this channel alive, because I feel like it's like a Sahara desert being so dry, and like me being a chips mom, because I'm being missing all the single time. And yeah, I'll do more video. And again, I love you guys so much. Yeah. Okay, bye.